Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fableheim and the Legend of Ascension. We have made our way around the table to the Mad Engineer Lyra once again. Last time we experimented with barriers, and you may have already noticed that today is something a little different. Lyra is known for two things, the barriers and the power of traps. Specifically her unique trap, but we're going with the best trap in the game today. We will be manipulating the one, the only, the Nightmare Mirror. This is the highest dealing trap in the entire game, and you may see that it's been accompanied by a friend. So many rares, so little time. This does, of course, cut down tremendously on our fund potential, which means we have a lot of skeletons. How well is this going to work? I don't know. But there's only one way to find out. We'll just be going with demons and skeletons for the types we find in the dungeon, because it really doesn't matter. They're not important. As for our talents, we've rejigged the talent tree to pretty much influence all of our traps. There's a 20% chance they get multi-action. There's a chance they get enhanced trap when things die, which many things will be dying. Trap upgrade cost is reduced, because remember, it's increased by the Ascension. And we just went all the way up here to they do more damage if they're terrified, but will they be terrified? I don't know. But anyway, let's jump right in. Ascension 9, gold gain at the end of the dungeons is reduced by a further 10% for a total of 20%. We'll be able to upgrade things? I don't know. Now you may have noticed that there are a few obstacles in our plan, and one such obstacle is the promotion. The promotion for Lyra is actually phenomenal, and the defensive turret, the basic one, is amazing. It's just pretty much good. Like, unless you're trying to do weird morale stuff, the defensive turret is just fantastic, and we will be taking it. But because of some small, fine print, it can put us in a little bit of trouble. But first, allow me to name all of our friends, and I'll get right back to you. Alrighty. The important part of our monster room is room 1, and that is the Skeleton Professor times 3. The PPP. The 3PO. And that is because when they die, they will apply Enhanced Trap to the next trap when the skeleton is defeated. Professor Putricide and Putris have one goal in life, and that is to sacrifice themselves for the Dark God. They are joined by more skeletons, the basic skeleton warrior, and this is almost entirely because of our lack of funds. Also, they're just kind of good at delaying. They're surprisingly durable for basic skeletons. We have Skeletor, the Speller of Titans, Bony Boy Jr., and Spooky Scary Skeleton. We've never had multiple skeleton warriors, so I hope the names are at least amusing. But the star of today's shows are the traps, specifically the Nightmare Mirror, the hardest hitting trap in the game, and one of my personal favorites. It makes every kind of run just better. But it is joined by another rare trap that we don't get to see very often, the Lure. This deals a tiny bit of morale damage, not the important thing. The important thing is that it applies multi-action 1 to the next regular trap. This stipulation is incredibly important, because this means the Lure's multi-action will only affect the Nightmare Mirror, which is what we want. However, the Skeleton Scientists just affect the next trap, which means it is highly possible, and if last run taught me anything, highly probable, that the dungeon layout will make it so the Skeleton Scientists are placed before the advanced trap rather than the second trap. So, did I say this? The defensive turret could be stealing today's show from the Nightmare Mirror, but either way, they will both be powerful, they will both be useful. And let us get on with our memery. It'd be nice if we find Mammoth Bridget Bone, because we have nothing but skeleton. But, yeah. Now, the other shtick to this plan is that motivation could be a problem. Because, of course, the job of the scientist is to die a glorious, painful death. But what if they can't? What if their motivation is so poor that they have to step aside? I don't know. So I should probably be buying monsters here. You probably should do that. But I want to go to the engineer and make my trap better. Does the lure... I probably should look this up before we started. Does the lure apply multiple multi-actions when leveled? It does. Oh, multi-action 2 is way more powerful than just upgrading the Nightmare Mirror. Alright, we'll do it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, that was expensive. By chance, you meet a tamer traveling through the region looking for some work. This traveler offers to train one of your employees at half price. If you have the right employee in your employ, you could even negotiate to work for free. I would love to do this. Alas, we just spent all our money on the lure, which was not a significant power increase. The R&D manager needs a guinea pig to test a new trap. He is asking you to provide him with one of your employees in exchange for some gold. Ironically, Putris is quite the experimental character, but no, we need him. A giant worm has oozed its way into the lower levels of the dungeon. What will you do with it once you've killed it? We are going to sell it for only 100 gold. Before we jump into this area, I probably should have mentioned our YOLO artifact is the liquid nitrogen capsule. We've seen this do tremendous work, but today... No, not so much. Alrighty, let's see if our scheme shall work. We're going hard, because I need money. I'm pretty desperate for money. I warned you, and my warning came to reality. Also, this YOLO the multi-action, which should have made this double multi-action, which is pretty cool. But, our dungeon layout means that the defensive turret's gonna steal the show. Alas. As long as it works, right? Leading the charge is the Berserker, the terrible version of the Knight. He will be attacking the front with loads of physical damage, destroying the Professor. Ooh, owie. Oh, we lived. Wow. I'm impressed. But also applying enrage to his friends to make them do more damage. Joined by the Mamluk attacking the back with air damage and applying tiredness, which is irrelevant for us, thankfully, for once. And the Hellbringer, who is attacking the back with ice and actually doing ice things. Ice. Baby. I kind of want to do easy target. I think I'm going to. We do want the Prank Pie to get more easy targets. And, oh yeah, I was going to say, I hope they kill the skeletons fast enough. They did. They did not last very long. Ooh, your 90% armor kind of sucks, bro. Alright. So this defensive turret has 3 enhanced traps, which means it can shoot 5 times. One tap that boy. Oof. I should be shooting this guy. Wow. Huh. Well. We'll just do that. We'll let the poison do its job. This should go off 3 times. Let's see. 1. 2. 3. Well done.
How would you prefer to die?
How would you prefer to die? Apparently this way. Alrighty. Not too bad. This worked as intended, mostly. The question is, what do we do here? Burnbot? Burnbot's just a thick blah. Which I think is what we're going to take. Probably. Look at that. Oh, the motivation's already hurting. Alrighty, so 316 gold. We probably want more monsters. Honestly, if I could find more... This might not be a bad idea. I've never used this guy before, but it might not be a terrible idea. A random defeated monster comes back to life as a skeleton warrior. I'm pretty sure that will not affect actual skeleton warriors. Pretty sure. Like 95% sure. Okay. It's weird looking for like actual units here. More poison? More Naga? No. We'll take it. We'll leave it as is. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've only bought skeletons. Vertebrae. I've opened the door. The door has been opened. Well, okay. Thrown open for Mammont's Bridget's bone. Oh no, I called you Flamon. Flamon is funnier than Burnpot. Alrighty, more YOLOs. A strange gentleman, in the guise of a toy manufacturer, knocks on your door and offers to sell you a range of amusing items. He requests nothing in exchange other than the materials required to make them. A strange and most troubling force physically prevents you from declining. Well. So the overclocked engine, useless. The night meme mirror. We can do something. Excuse me, night meme capture. Night meme catcher. The mirror is not a meme. Could do something with that. We've seen this how many times now? Or the mysterious screwdriver. I believe this is a unique artifact for Lyra, so I have to take it, basically. The first regular trap of the dungeon gains multi-action. This will affect the lure, which means if the lure has multi-action, it multi-actions the nightmare mirror. Eh? I could plunder here. We probably don't want a double business trip. I say that, but... Crystal Skull is not going to be very helpful. Not going to be very helpful at all. The tiers actually wouldn't be a bad idea. Ooh. Losing a Putricide kind of sucks, but... All traps gain enhanced trap. Oh, boy. That's pretty good. Our strategy is rapidly changing, though. Okay, well, I'm doing a trap build, so I have to do it, right? I'm legally obligated. Which means our build has changed a lot. So... how are our spread of resistances? Pretty bad. Pretty bad, honestly. I think we'll just leave... I guess we'll just leave it like this. Okay. I do want money. I don't think I want an artifact. We're going to go to this one here to get the most money. And another monster. We're going to need another monster, as you can tell. Maybe we'll find another skeleton scientist. That'd be great. I am out of names for them, though. This should be amusing. Now, the layout, once again, has it so that the professor is not going to be horribly useful here because he's going to empower the lure, which is not great. Not great at all. But, hey, this should be pretty disgusting, this layout. Anyway, leading the charge is the disciple who will be attacking the front with ice damage. I faintly recall saying ice damage is our greatest weakness, and the game hurt me, but that's alright. He is joined by the Concertus, one of the supreme nuisances of the game, who will be dealing AoE physical damage and applying bleeding. And, of course, applying that incredibly annoying dodge to the person with the lowest HP, which was him. Farewell, Putricide. Vertibate did have dodge at the start. We did not get a whole lot of poison out. But hey, this should be amusing. So this gave it multi-action, this gave it enhanced trap, and it multi-actioned again. So, in order for the Nightmare Mirror to hit life, I need to hit all of them. Alright. The Concertus might live, but that's okay. We are going to targeting... oh, dear. I think the Concertus is going to hit morale here. Yep. That's okay. It looks like it's going to win. Booyah. Boom. Shakalaka. Niflheim. If I had the Nightmare Mirror, this would actually be hilarious. You know, this gives Terrified, right? Which will make me do 10% more damage. Probably just Niflheim. Something ice weakness is terrible. Something. This also affects our liquid nitrogen capsule. So, you know, there's that. There is that. El Doctor, we do not need you. Les Merchants. I don't think we're going to do much here. Another Kael'thas wouldn't be bad, though. He's cheap. He's fire. It was just a setback. We probably don't want to black market anybody, even though we do need funds pretty desperately. Some kind of ogre claiming to be a monster trainer offers you his service in exchange for some fresh blood. One of your employees could help you lower that price. Good old brand. But we will in fact be paying 35 blood for this. As the skeleton warriors level up, their resistances become really good. Like really, really good. But level 3 professor means he is slightly more useful. They need to be level 4 to get enhanced trap 2 on the next trap, which is something worth noting. We will need a lot of blood for that. I think I am going to motivation. I wish it would affect you guys. Freebie, probably? Yeah, we'll take the freebie. I could extend it, but we're going to keep those tiers for now. It is high time to go to the stockroom. During the cleaning, one of your employees found this strange object. Would you like to take it, auction it, or gift it to the employee for +1 level? Good old Skeletor. Do we want you to level Skeletor? We do, but we don't want you to that bad. Probably going to take the money. As mentioned, leveling up the lure is a huge power increase to us, so probably going to do that. The Sacred Altar here is a little annoying, but it's not like the end of the world or anything. Future Sight returns next turn, so we're probably just going to roll with this. Do we want Katie in the front room? No, we have Flame On for fire resist, right? Okay, this'll do. This'll do. Our first champion is the Huntress, who will be doing physical damage to the back and applying stun if she has a debuff. And, spoiler alert, she's going to. But the supreme, actually I think the bigger nuisance here is the Onimusha, who will be attacking the front with fire, but his flame shield is the big problem. I didn't expect Niflheim to take that much damage, but he did, because it reflects the damage as fire, which, as you may have guessed, Niflheim melts to fire. Literally. And figuratively. What if we just poison her? It's fine. I mean, now she's going to stun people, but it's still fine. Probably. Niflheim lived! And last but not least is the Scholar, who will be attacking the front with fire, which cleaves when the fire front dies. Now, the fun part, and the reason I didn't drop Putricide, was because this layout is pretty good. Pretty good indeed. We're just going to be bashing her, I think. So, we have the Advanced Trap, of course, which is trying to spread out the damage a little bit, but we have multiple multi-stacked lure here, which means, even though everything is being purified here, irrelevant, the Nightmare Mirror is going to be absolutely jacked with 4 activations. Isn't it beautiful? And then there was one. And then there was one. I guess we're just going to do this for barrier. Only the Huntress remains. We are going to set her on fire, because that sounds fun. She's a little resilient to it, but it's okay. She'll get over it. I'll get over it. We could stun her here. Can we stun the stunner? Let's go. We cannot. Alas. Poor Warlock. Well done, Katie. You're doing great. I'm so proud of you. Another lure. Wow. Wow. I guess we're going to take Yggdrasil. Not really a part of our plan, Ugg. The Bewitched Glove is not something I'm interested in either. Although, there is an argument to take the Bewitched Glove. If we get the event where one of my traps breaks, the Bewitched Glove can instantly repair it. We'll take Yggdrasil. We need monsters. And I do love me some Yggdrasil, who ironically has more ice resistance than fire resistance. Someone explain that to me. Alright, we have 733 gold. And as mentioned, upgrading the lure is probably the most important part of the strategy. I'd love to upgrade the Nightmare Mirror as well, but we are going to save our funds a little bit. And I would love to upgrade the Professor, I think. We do have some blood. A business trip wouldn't be bad. But we will upgrade the Professor to get the Enhanced Trap 2. And then we're probably going to chill. Spooky, scary skeleton. Do I do it? I don't know. We'll leave it. We'll save some money. The workshop here, I have a very specific way that I like to do this, and I think you all know what it is. I like this passive, which induces broken armor, and I like additional ammunition. We'll start with the broken armor because we're applying a lot of enhanced power ourselves, which is giving them multiple shots. So we'll do that. We have a Fountain of Youth here, which kind of sucks, but I need this money. This should be enough to tier 4 the lure, I think. I hope. I really do hope. So how are our teams looking? I'm actually a little afraid of putting Yggdrasil up front. Because if he gets off like 2 or 3 mass demoralizations, then the mirror might actually do demoralization instead of HP. Which, I mean, in the end wouldn't be that awful. But still. We have Niflheim for the ice resist. Alrighty. Let us fight Livetron. Alrighty. Quite the group here. Leading the charge is the Amazon, who will be attacking the center with nature damage, which the Professor is actually resilient against. I like it. Joined by the Virtuoso, the improved Concertus, with more armor. Just, you know, as a minor tilter, dealing AoE physical damage, applying bleed, and of course, bringing dodge to the weakest person on his team. And last but not least is the Hellbringer, who is attacking the back with ice damage. We haven't been seeing a whole lot of the weird passive that splits it out, but I'm not complaining. Ah, you were supposed to live. Flameon is going to fall here because this is a lot of damage. Loads of damage. And once again, the defensive turret is... Oh my goodness. Is eating the buffs from the Professor, but that's okay. Wow. Okay. I think most of my attacks here are going to be focused on the Virtuoso. Unfortunately. That is just how it is. Easy target. And now, it's time for the Nightmare Mirror. Only got 2, but that's okay. 2's better than 1. I'm actually curious. Did it look like the broken armor was causing the mirror to do more damage? Targeting drone? Yes. Thank you. It doesn't specify what damage type the Nightmare Mirror does for life. It just says life. I thought it was just like true damage that couldn't be amplified. But maybe it can be. That bonus damage also could have been coming from... Oof, that's not enough for the lure. So if it's not enough for the lure, do we just upgrade the mirror? I guess so. Lure is 350. Oh, we're 18 off. Silly game. We will go to the collectors here. The Sutentai vampires are here to collect taxes. However, blood is more valuable to them than golden coins. They could even grant you a monetary compensation in exchange for blood collection, and you would exceptionally be exempted from taxes. 180 life? I'll take it. Are we going to do any alchemy? Probably not. An employee found a strange, unlabeled flask while cleaning and is about to drink it without even checking if it is poisonous. You recognize it as an evolution elixir. You either can drink it for +1 level, or you take it for yourself, or sell it for cash. Engineer, fuck yes! We have enough funds, we don't need alchemy. The brewer behind Strangle Stout, the world-famous beer with the delicate aroma of stagnant slime, is looking for hero tears to make a whole new blend. She'll pay you in as much beer as you can urinate. Will you make a contribution? Now, I would love to sponsor it and obtain the troll beer, as that just helps me in delaying, buying more time to do more things. However, I need those tears. 15 tears for 1 motivation is not a good deal. However, it might be one I take. Our first room is incredibly wounded, so... That is not a good deal. We'll take it, we'll take it. We'll take it. We will let Niflheim rest to soothe his wounded soul. Do we bring Ugg up now, because we have no ice resist again? Once again, no ice resistance? Sure. Sure, whatever. We do have enough funds for this engineer. Do we want more funds for this trainer? Or do we want a 4th artifact? Nah, we want funds. We want funds. Well, this is a little strange. We have the defensive turret in the first room. How curious. Curious indeed. So I think I could just kill this enchanter, but the way I've laid out this dungeon, in a strange way, mind you, means I don't really need to. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fantastic. So we'll just spread the love. This isn't an efficient use of the broken armor, by the way. I realize that. But You may have noticed that we got shuffled by the Enchanter, which is unimportant because there's nothing but professors. The 3PO build is online. We do also have Professor here who is level 4, which is amazing for what's coming. But leading the charge, our first opponent is the Dragon Knight, attacking the center with loads of physical damage, which is going to make Putricide very sad. A shame. Joined by the Enchanter, who shuffled pointlessly, and the Mamluk, who is attacking the back with Tiredness, which is, once again, unimportant to what we're doing. We are going to targeting drone here, because there's a trap waiting. A glorious trap. I don't know exactly how long this is going to last, but this room should fall over pretty quickly. I hope. Okay, good. We get to actually make use of our thing. So, for the first time, I put the Nightmare Mirror down in the first trap room, because the Putricides plus 6 multi-action. Wow. GG. That went well. We'll take the Cursed Prism. It's unimportant what we choose there, because we now have the Engineer. And at the Engineer, we're going to upgrade the Lure, which now provides 2 multi-action. Beautiful. Marvelous. Now, I kind of want to save my funds for events and or upgrading the Nightmare Mirror, which is now the next best thing for our strategy. You placed a bet on a bull racing game during lunch break. The one you chose finished first, and you won the jackpot. You could also use your winnings to throw a party for your employees. 300 gold is the equivalent of a Nightmare Mirror upgrade, so we will be taking that. Do we plunder? We might plunder. We might plunder. We're going to plunder. Alrighty, not bad. Plus 3 motivation for our followers will upgrade. We'll resolve that issue. Also resolve this issue. Give us haste. Sure. Who got wounded? No, it was Putricide. The volunteers have savagely plundered a neighboring cattle farm, but in their joy, Putricide ate a little too much. It will take 3 weeks for their stomach to calm down. Hopefully, they have taken with them enough fresh and bloody flesh to stimulate your troops. Haste 3 applied to all monsters for the next dungeon. While you were congratulating the cook for his dwarf cheek stew, he told you about a recipe based on demons' gonads. Do you want to sacrifice one of your demons to provide him with the required ingredients? I can only refuse. I don't know why, but I wasn't going to do it anyway. Now, we are fighting Le Champion, and unfortunately, we only have one professor, but it is the professor. It's not bad. Not bad. The question is, the answer to this question I was going to ask is Yggdrasil goes in room 2. Alrighty. Let's see how bad this champion truly is. Engineer next. Good. The game is warning us because Skeletor is going to break. Well, Skeletor can go take a break before he breaks. Our champion is the Druidess. The dreaded Druidess, who will be dealing AoE nature damage and a lot of it. She can, or you can, reduce the amount of damage she deals by giving her loads and loads of debuffs, which we are going to do, but she does remove 3 stacks of her own debuffs to increase the damage that she deals. It is pretty annoying, But I'm confident because our layout is kind of strange, but strange in the good way. Maybe. She is joined by the knight, but what is a king before a god? Which works out because it's actually Arthur. We are going to targeting drone because here comes the advanced trap. The glorious advanced trap. Also, there's the harpooner here, who is going to die. Owie. Good damage. I am trying to spread the damage a little bit. I don't know if that was obvious. But, this looks like it's going to go pretty well. The Nightmare Mirror just turned out to be the ultimate, backup. Stunning the Knight, not bad. I'm kind of hoping I can kill him, but I think it's going to be a morale trap. Looks like it. Okay. Owie. So here comes the Knight Mamira. Oh, wait, go. Yes, go over your life. Very good. Let's see. Oh, it went morale again. We have 5 multi-actions. Come on, one more. Yes! Wonderful. Wunderbar. Staff of speech, huh? I have many skeletons. And 2 demons? Huh. Well, let's just take more skeletons. There's also General Patton here, but General Patton's like, more of a barrier build, so we'll just be taking Kel'Thuzad. Kel'Thu motherfucking Zod. Who will greatly increase our defensive properties with his resistance. Alright, we'll let Professor sleep. Actually, we should pull him out just in case we get an event. But we will be upgrading the Nightmare Mirror to level 3. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. We can also go straight to level 4 if we want to. We can hit the Alchemist here, which seems like a good idea. We want some money, and we want to make sure we have plenty of tiers. Plenty of tiers. Do I do it twice more? Every media 30. Maybe? How about perfectly balanced? As all things should be. Therapist is a freebie, I think. That'd be pretty cool. Is it needed, though? We're on week 32, so as long as we just let Professor go sleep, we should be fine. So we take the YOLO instead? During a break, you played the famous fantasy role-playing game Houses and Humans with your employees. They've learned an awful lot about themselves. Okay. I'll take it. Alrighty, the second and final workshop, we're going to be taking additional ammunition. I don't actually know how the math works out here. Is the additional shot with broken armor more valuable than just the raw plus 20 damage? I don't know. I've never mathed it out, but I like shooting things more often. That's how you can tell that I am, in fact, American. I could tap this freebie therapist again. I think we're going to go to the trainer. That's what we're going to do. Wouldn't be bad to level these 2. Oh my goodness, it's so expensive. I need to make sure that I keep some money. We're going to hit the collector so I can recover some of my losses, but not all of my losses, you know? We'll just level Putricide. Oh, I have just enough. Level 4 Spooky Scary Skeleton? No, I'm scared. Until we get level 4 Mirror, I'm not doing it. Hey, look. They're back. 200. I could have done it. I could have. I didn't need to be scared. While dusting the dungeon, the cleaning goblin has freed a monster caught in a spider web. He also accidentally woke up a giant spider queen who demands compensation for the destruction of her webs. I'm going to fight you. Have I ever had 2 Kael'thas's? It's KT. My boy KT. Do I need 2 Kael'thas's? Probably not. A monster has been caught with an adult magazine depicting humans. Will you turn a blind eye to this obvious case of anthropophilia? Or will you confiscate it? Take a look at it. For science, of course. For science, of course. Am I not going to hit another engineer? Is that what's going to happen here? Seriously? We're going to run it down mid for more money. Here we go. Kel'Thuzad's probably more valuable than Flame On. Probably. Double KT in room 2. That seems fair. Alrighty. Well, let's run it down. Well, we have yet another Dragon Knight. who will be attacking the center with loads of physical damage, and I kind of forgot that Flame On was not only our fire resist, but also our armor, so he needs to come back. Soon, preferably. He is joined by the Invoker, who will be attacking the front with fire, and guess who's here to eat it? That's right, Kel'Thuzad motherfucking Zod is here to enjoy its delicacy. I'd love to YOLO penalty, but I think I'm just going to Frostbite. Yeah. Do it. Oh, yeah. He's actually going to die next turn because of the vulnerability plus elemental weakness, but that's okay. That's okay. And last but not least is the Mamluk, who will be attacking the back with air damage and tiredness, but as previously mentioned, tiredness does not matter. Beautiful, really. Look at all these debuffs. Now, we do, of course, have the advanced trap bone of 5. Are you serious? On the defensive turret, who just one-tapped that character. I probably should have done that to the Dragon Knight. And his loads of armor. But that's okay. They are going to heal a little bit at the Fountain of Youth. We're going to apply easy targets with the targeting drone, and the Nightmare Mirror is going to bring it home. Bye-bye. Absorbing Shad? Sure. Just in case the last thing makes it to Lyra. Seems good to me. There's not an engineer. Oh, no. There's really not an engineer. There's really not. Okay, we'll bring Flame On in. We're going to level up one person. Level 4. No. Spooky, Scary Skeleton. Can be level 4. 250. I need 350. Sorry, bro. Can't level any of you. Can't level a single one of you. Okay, we're gonna save the rest of our money. Let's see. Engineer. My soul, it hurts. It hurts so bad. Kind of go on a business trip to see if we can find like one final YOLO artifact, but I also just kind of don't. We're just gonna level Kel'Thuzad. Alright. How sad. A Banshee has offered her crying services for a very reasonable price. You could get a smaller quantity of tears for free if you show her one of your employees to get her all emotional. She gets emotional at Bork, don't we all? He is the bestest boy. But we're just gonna ignore everything. Buy another Kate. There's the... Wow. Oh yeah, she can get rares to spawn after week 20, can't she? Pretty cool. Alrighty. Le Champion. We're ready to full meme, right? Yeah, we are. Okay, yeah, sure. What, who was Kael'thas's... I don't know. Like, lieutenant. Did he have a lieutenant? His name is Kael'thas Sunstrider, right? Okay. Good enough. Alrighty. Well. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see a level 4 Nightmare Mirror, but it is just a 10 damage increase, so 80 life and morale. We're still going to make it count, don't worry. This is still going to be absolutely glorious. And how glorious it's going to be depends entirely on the Dark Gods of RNG. So, please, this is the last one. Let me show off. Am I concerned about Professor having only one motivation? No. No, I'm not. I asked kindly, didn't I? To let me show off. So what's with this dungeon layout? We just have to trust? Wow. So anyway, our champion is the Necromancer, who is growing unbelievably powerful, because the way the dungeon layout worked meant the lure went first, which meant the Nightmare Mirror did morale damage, which is then going to be recovered here at the campfire. But because the morale is so darn low, we're going to be doing loads of damage, and I highly anticipate the Necromancer is not long for this world, because we have triple scientists here for Le Mimery. I wonder if I should just try to kill him. Whatever. And they will all be empowering the Advanced Trap. The Advanced Trap does physical damage, but watch and wait. Watch and wait. Hello. Goodbye. 369. You love to see it. I did warn you that, please, the defensive turret could steal the show. And it did. This doesn't matter what we do, so we'll do sampling. Sure. Oh no, this guy. I didn't introduce anyone else, but that's because they're all gonna die. I think. You are weak to fire, right? Yeah. So because we had triple scientists in the first room, I thought, why not have triple magi in the second room? Unfortunately, the sage is going to absolutely murder that guy, but... And then roll that, because it's annoying. He should be dead? I didn't count at all. Yeah, easy peasy. Alright. That didn't go how I wanted it to, but it worked out.
That was easy.
I wasn't kidding when I said the defensive turret could steal the show.
Faculties increased.
And it really did. Well, that's alright.
So many ideas.
So that was the trap build for Lyra. It's amazingly fun and humorous. That was one of the easiest Ascensions we've had in a long time. Also, last time, after the end of the Serral run, I forgot to check what we unlocked for winning with Serral. And it was the Spore Bulb. Replaces a trap room with an arcane spell room. Wouldn't have this been grand in my mental alienation attempt? It really would have. So Lyra's unique artifact is the Seeker Head. Your advanced trap ignores the target's resistance if it is positive. Does that include armor is my only question. If so, that's pretty busted. To be fair, she also has the flamethrower and the... Is she called the Tesla something? That does air damage. So anyway, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. If it doesn't ignore armor, that could be kind of sad if you picked up the defensive turret. But anyway, next up is going to be our first double-digit Ascension. Ascension 1-0. And guess who's going to be tackling it? That's right, my favorite character, Taweris. And we can only equip 4 artifacts. That's fine, we only found 3 this run. But that was it. Thank you all for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed. Thank you to the patrons and channel members who support the channel. I greatly appreciate you. And if anyone would like to stay updated with happening on the channel, feel free to join the Discord in the description down below. The next Lyra attempt is probably going to include Laurentis, because I just like that character. That sounds fun. Bye-bye!